Dear learners, hello and welcome to this video lecture on Bridging the Gap Strategies for Increasing Rural Reach in a Low Penetration Landscape. As you all know, rural areas hold immense potential but often face unique challenges. As we explore the challenges and opportunities in rural areas, we will uncover innovative approaches to expand the presence and impact. In this lecture, we will delve into effective ways to increase rural reach, overcome barriers, and unlock new opportunities for growth. In our session today, we will embark on a deep dive into what is arguably one of the most dynamic and pivotal economic stories unfolding in India, the awakening of the rural market. Our specific focus will be on the consumer durables, IT, and telecom sectors, which we will collectively refer to by the acronym CDIT. For decades, the narrative of Indian consumption was overwhelmingly urban, but that story is changing and it is changing fast. We will meticulously unpack this transformation, moving beyond the headlines to understand the underlying currents. We will explore the immense potential it holds, diagnose the persistent challenges that limit growth, and most importantly, formulate the strategic pathways to successfully navigate this complex terrain. This is not just a marketing lecture, dear learners, it is a strategic analysis of India's next great economic engine. By the end of this comprehensive lecture, you will be equipped with the knowledge to firstly develop a nuanced understanding of the evolving rural market scenario and grasp its profound potential for CDIT growth. Secondly, you will be able to critically identify and analyze the key challenges from infrastructure to culture that are currently limiting market penetration in these regions. Thirdly, we will explore a range of powerful, actionable strategies that businesses can implement to expand their rural reach effectively. And finally, you will be able to analyze the interconnected roles of government policy, technological innovation, and product customization as essential pillars for building a sustainable rural marketing strategy. Now, let us begin by setting the stage and truly appreciating the scale we are discussing. Rural India is home to nearly 65% of the nation's population. To put that in perspective, we are talking about a consumer base of over 900 million people, a population larger than that of the United States and the European Union combined. For a long time, this massive segment was viewed through a narrow lens, a low income, subsistence driven market. But a powerful transformation is underway. This market is shedding its old identity and emerging as a primary driver of growth. The question we must ask ourselves is, what has ignited this change? The answer is not one single spark, but a confluence of powerful forces: increased agricultural productivity, steadily rising rural incomes, the crucial influence of returning migrant workers who act as conduits of urban aspirations, and perhaps most importantly, the quiet but relentless expansion of digital connectivity into the heartland of India. This transformation is not happening in a vacuum. It is being built upon a foundation actively laid by significant government initiatives. Consider the impact of schemes like Saubhagya, which is dedicated to rural electrification. A village with reliable electricity is a village where a refrigerator can run, a television can be watched, and a mixer grinder can operate. Think of BharatNet, an ambitious project to provide digital connectivity to every Gram Panchayat. This isn't just about internet access, it is about opening a window to the world, enabling product discovery, online education, and e commerce. Alongside this, policies like PM Awas Yojana for housing and financial inclusion through microloans and accessible EMI options have been crucial. They are systematically bridging the rural urban divide, not just in terms of lifestyle, but in terms of access to technology and modern appliances. This concerted push has created the perfect ecosystem for a surge in what we call aspirational consumption. Dear learners, so the question that arises is that who is this modern rural consumer? Well, they represent a vast and still largely untapped market. While the ownership of essential products like TVs and washing machines is still lower than in cities, this gap represents a tremendous opportunity. This is what marketers refer to as latent demand, a powerful underlying desire for products that is now beginning to surface as affordability and access improve. The double digit sales growth in items like LED TVs and smartphones is concrete evidence of this awakening demand. This is fueled directly by financial empowerment. Higher agricultural wages and direct benefit transfers have put more disposable income into the hands of rural households. This has triggered a profound psychological shift, a move away from purely need based purchases towards aspiration driven buying. Consumers are no longer just asking what is the cheapest option, they are asking which brand is better, which product has more features. Now, this is a fundamental change in mindset, isn't it, dear learners? A critical enabler of this entire transformation has been digitalization. The rapid and widespread penetration of digital payment platforms, especially UPI, has been nothing short of a revolution. It has fundamentally altered purchasing behavior, building consumer confidence in digital transactions, and so on. But what happens when a consumer desires a product but lacks the upfront cash? Now, this is where the synergy between financial technology or the fintech and non banking financial companies or the NBFCs becomes so vital. They are stepping in to fill the credit gap, extending microloans, EMI cards, and innovative buy now, pay later schemes. These financial tools have dramatically lowered the entry barrier, making high cost durables accessible to a whole new segment of first time buyers. Now, let us pause here and take a moment to consolidate our understanding so far. We have seen that the rural market is no longer a passive bystander, it is a dynamic engine of growth. This dynamism is fueled by a powerful combination of factors. Rural India is witnessing a significant transformation driven by four key factors. Firstly, it is the immense demographic strength with a population of over 900 million presents a vast market opportunity. Secondly, rising incomes and aspirations are shifting consumer behavior with people buying not just out of necessity but also desire. Thirdly, proactive policy support from the government is creating the necessary infrastructure to support rural growth. And lastly, Digital and financial inclusion are playing a crucial role with technologies like UPI and microcredit making transactions and financial services more accessible. These elements have converged to create a fertile ground for the CDIT industry. Now, let us examine how the market has evolved in response to this new reality. The most significant evolution is the shift from utility to aspiration. The demand is no longer just for basic fans or black and white televisions. Rural consumers are now actively purchasing semi premium products that offer better features, style, and efficiency. This has forced manufacturers to rethink their entire product strategy. For years, the approach was urban spillover, that is, selling older, discontinued urban models in rural markets. Now, this is no longer viable. The market now demands product customization. This strategic pivot towards a rural first design philosophy is crucial. Now, this means designing products from the ground up that are tailored to the unique environmental and infrastructural challenges of rural India, such as appliances resistant to voltage fluctuations or those that are extremely durable and dust resistant. Just consider this, dear learners. If your product is right, but it can't reach the customer, what will be the situation? Well, the result will be failure of the strategy. This is why the evolution of distribution channels is so important. The old system of relying on a few dealers in district towns created huge gaps in availability. Today, we are seeing multi-tiered distribution models emerge. These include village level franchisee outlets, mobile retail vans that serve as moving showrooms, and dealer assisted digital kiosks. Crucially, financing innovations have evolved in parallel. Affordability is not just about price, it is about how you pay. The expansion of zero interest EMIs and flexible repayment schemes have been proven to be game changers. Think about the brilliance of a loan repayment cycle that is designed to sync with agricultural income seasons. Now, this shows a deep understanding of the customer's cash flow, building immense trust and loyalty. Dear learners, let us pause our lecture here for easy viewing and better understanding of the topic. In this lecture, we have discussed about the rural market consumer and market evolution, and we will continue further in our next video. Till then, happy learning and keep up the good faith.